very clear and is knowledgeable of that. I'll have a discussion with the president. I'll treat him with the respect that I would.
Picture this. You're at the chemist, already wincing at the price of your meds, when the cashier hits you with a bill 3 times higher than last week. Why? Because our Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, thought he could sweet-talk 2 global superpowers while they were busy sharpening their knives. Spoiler alert, he didn't just drop the ball, he kicked it straight into a diplomatic volcano. So, buckle up, smash that like button like it's the last affordable prescription you'll ever see, and subscribe if you're done with leaders who turn Australia into the world's punching bag. Grab our Make Politics Honest Again shirt from the link below. Wear it when you're raging at the servo over petrol prices or yelling at the telly as our economy takes another hit. Let's dive into the mess Albo's made and why your next pharmacy trip might cost you a kidney. This isn't just a hiccup. It's a full-blown diplomatic train wreck. Anthony Albanese, our PM who loves a good photo op, has spent the last few months trying to play chess with global giants like Donald Trump and Xi Jinping. Problem is, he's playing checkers, and he's losing. Badly. The big story? Trump's team is threatening a 200% tariff on pharmaceuticals headed to Australia. That's not a typo, 200%. Your Panadol, your insulin, your life-saving cancer meds? They're about to cost more than a deposit on a Sydney flat. And while Albo's out there shaking hands in Beijing, grinning like he's just one master chef, the US is quietly planning to economically kneecap us. This isn't diplomacy, mates. It's a masterclass in getting mugged off on the world stage that lets rewind to how we got here. Albo's grand plan was to walk a tightrope between the US, our defense ally, and China, our trade lifeline. Sounds clever, right? Except it's like trying to juggle flaming torches while riding a unicycle and blindfolded. He thought he could charm Xi into easing those $20 billion trade sanctions. Sanctions that been choking our farmers and exporters for years. Fair enough, trade with China's critical. But while he's sipping tea in the Great Hall of the People, Trump's back in Washington, fuming. Why? Because Albo didn't just snub the US. He practically ghosted them. No high-level meeting, no proper sit-down, just some half-hearted phone calls and away from across the Pacific. Trump doesn't do ignored. To him, Australia's just a small fish cozying up to his biggest rival, and he's ready to make us pay. Now, let's talk about that tariff. A 200% hike on pharmaceuticals isn't just a trade policy, it's a sledgehammer. Australia doesn't make most of its own meds anymore. We rely on imports, mainly from the US and China. If Trump pulls the trigger on this tariff, your $20 script could jump to $60 overnight. Pensioners, parents with sick kids, anyone with a chronic illness, they're the ones who'll feel the sting first. And don't think this is just about medicine. It's about power. Trump's sending a message. Get in line or get crushed. He's made it crystal clear he wants to decouple from China, and any country that plays footsie with Beijing, like Albo's been doing, gets a one-way ticket to the naughty corner. Does so. What's Albo's response to this looming disaster? More photo ops, more press releases, more "we're working behind the scenes" nonsense. Mate, the only thing happening behind the scenes is a slow-motion car crash. He's out there spruiking global cooperation and economic partnerships like he's auditioning for a UN speechwriter gig. Meanwhile, Aussies are staring down the barrel of a trade war with no armor. Albo knew Trump was coming in hot. His America First shtick has been loud and clear for months. Yet our PM decided to prioritize a Beijing love-in over locking in a proper meeting with the US. That's not strategy. That's a gamble with our healthcare system as the stakes. Here's where it gets worse. Word from the States, and yeah, I'm talking leaks from Trump's inner circle, is that Albo didn't even try to secure a proper sit-down. They're saying he's been playing both sides, thinking he's some kind of diplomatic genius, when really he's just painted a target on Australia's back. If that's true, it's malpractice. If it's not, then where's the pushback? Where's the transparency? The PM's office hasn't given us a shred of detail about their US communications, no breakdown of tariff negotiations, no hint of a plan B if the meds stop flowing. That's not leadership. That's sticking your head in the sand and hoping the storm passes. The real-world fallout? Brutal. Imagine a world where your asthma inhaler costs as much as your weekly grocery shop, or where cancer patients are rationing their meds because they can't afford the markup. This isn't hypothetical. It's what happens when you let a 200% tariff rip through a supply chain we can't replace. And Albo's big solution? Keep smiling, keep shaking hands, and keep pretending he's got this under control. He's betting on a miracle summit or a last-minute selfie with Trump to save the day. Good luck with that, mate. Trump doesn't negotiate with charm. He negotiates with a baseball bat. Now, don't get me wrong, Trump's no angel. The bloke's a walking chaos machine, and this tariff threat is straight out of his playbook. Hit hard, ask questions later. But at least he's predictable. Albo, on the other hand, is out here acting like he can hug both the eagle and the dragon without getting clawed. Spoiler, you can't. China's sanctions are still strangling our trade, and now the U.S. is threatening to choke our medicine supply. We're caught in the middle of a global power struggle, and our PM's only weapon is a winning smile and a press conference. So, what's next? Unless Albo grows some backbone and starts fighting for Australia's interests, we're in for a rough ride. He needs to stop chasing Instagram moments and start throwing punches in the negotiating room. No more cozying up to one side while ignoring the other. No more banking on diplomacy to fix a mess that requires hard-nosed strategy. Because if he doesn't, the next time you're at the chemist, you won't just be paying for your meds, you'll be paying for Albo's mistakes. If you're as fed up as I am with leaders who fumble the ball and leave Aussies holding the bill, smash that like button like it's a 200% tariff on your livelihood. Subscribe for more no-nonsense breakdowns, and grab the Make Politics Honest Again shirt from the link below. Wear it to your next overpriced pharmacy run or when you're cursing at the news. Stay loud, stay sharp, and let's hold these leaders accountable before they turn Australia into a global doormat. See you in the next one.